is alcohol okay on keto? And if it is, what kind of alcohol is acceptable on keto? So we'll answer that question, and then we'll talk a little bit about how alcohol impacts your potential weight loss. So yes, like hard liquor, like whiskey, vodka, tequila is okay on keto, but keep in mind that alcohol is a separate macro. And remember, macro is protein, carbohydrates, fat, and alcohol is included as a macro because it cannot be stored and the body prioritizes it first. So it's going to stop all the other, foods essentially are going to be kind of put on pause when the alcohol just takes priority in digestion. So you want to look for low residual sugar wines. So you can find those by going into a wine place and asking about it. There's all kinds of wine places across the country and across the planet that are knowledgeable about low residual sugar wines. So just ask about that and you'll be able to find some wines that are acceptable. Now, if you don't want to do that kind of work, you can order wines from Dry Farm Wines, and they do testing on the wines, and they find the lowest sugar, pure, organic wines out there. So not only are you getting low residual sugar wines, you're getting wines that don't have chemicals or other things mixed into them that might affect your health.
Yeah, and every wine that we've had from Dry Farm Wines has been outstanding. And most of their wines are from small wineries in Europe because of the quality control and the labeling. So yeah, they actually, some of the bottles that we have from them will list the residual sugar, which is really nice. The one that we had last night was 0.24 grams per liter, which is almost nothing because a bottle of wine is not even a full liter. It's 3/4 of a liter.
So an occasional drink is absolutely acceptable on a keto diet, especially if you're in maintenance.
If you're in maintenance, yeah.
So if you are really trying to lose weight, if you're in a plateau, alcohol is the first thing I would recommend that you omit. For females, you need to get rid of it for about 4 weeks. Males could see results after just a few days of getting rid of it.
Yeah, they don't call it a beer belly for nothing, right?
Yes, because alcohol actually impacts your hormones.
Yeah.
It can raise estrogen by 300%. And not just for the night. It's like for something like for 3 days. Like I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's a long time period. It's not just a temporary bump in estrogen. And, so that, the beer belly is really an estrogen.
And man boobs.
I mean, it has to do with an increase in estrogen. So if alcohol, if you're on keto and you haven't introduced alcohol yet and you want to continue to lose weight, or maybe you're in a plateau, this really wouldn't be the time to start adding it in. But if you hit maintenance, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Then you can maybe have, a little bit here and there. But again, you want to be careful because wine has carbohydrates. Many liquors do have carbohydrates. So you just want to make sure that you're not drinking too much because you can accidentally, bump yourself up too high in carbohydrate land.
Yeah. But there are a lot of great things, especially in red wines, like resveratrol is a very powerful antioxidant. There's a lot of studies on it that show how good it is for longevity and health. So getting red wine or drinking red wine every now and then for that reason is a legit reason to do it.
Yeah, and we absolutely enjoy an occasional glass of red wine. Jeremy enjoys trying different whiskeys. So we're not teetotalers. We're not saying never have a drink. We're just saying be aware of the effects on your body. So if you have a goal to lose a certain amount of weight, it's just not a good time to allow alcohol to come in. So hopefully that answer was helpful for you. And yes, Winnie, so drier wines, generally. Some people, I've seen comments on the channel, some people will actually add like stevia drops to their wine. People who we enjoy wine as it is, but some people who really like a sweeter wine will mix that in. And on this channel, there's recipes for things like sangria and amaretto, Kahlua.
Sure.
Yeah, Kahlua, and like an Irish cream, Bailey's Irish cream. Sugar-free recipes that you can make, and you can make those even without any alcohol. So you could have a drink that's a treat that tastes like it's maybe the alcohol drink, but it really isn't. So there's kind of ways to get your treat in.